So today we're gonna do something new. It's gonna be a new series, kind of. It's like it's a new type of video for this channel because lately I've been focusing more on like stock updates and all that stuff, and I was just rehashing whatever CNBC said. So that's that wasn't really providing much value, nor like much insight or anything new to the market. So I thought I'll do something a bit more personal or like something a bit more like about myself. So I'm gonna be kind of recording my financial journey to say, and my ultimate goal is to get like $1 million in my liquid assets. Yeah, so if I have kids in the future, and they'll be like, "Hey, Dad, why are we broke as fuck?" or "Why are we like doing so well?" These will be the answers that I have for them. So, we're recording this. Well, at the time of this recording is May 17th, and I'm at a pretty strong position in my portfolio right now, breaching 100K for the second time. But it's not all like fancy roses and stuff, because on February I was at 101K, and then now I'm at 108. All right, overall, including all the shenanigans I was doing earlier. This was like COVID right here. I wrote, yeah, so this is COVID, and then I added, like, I stopped trading for like roughly a few years, then came back. So hopefully this gives you more of like the holistic view of the account. Overall, I'm still down 5%, very close to break even. Hopefully by next week or the week after that, I might be broke even. But Moody's downgrading our credit rating, I think we might be headed back down more than up. So here's the whole Trump crash. This is a very volatile portfolio, so I'm kind of working on like smoothing things out a bit here. As you can see, we're having giant swings of 100K all the way down to like fucking 39K before swinging back up. And like a month after, it's back at 110K. Very volatile markets, but then this portfolio makes it even more volatile. Now, the main reason is because I'm mostly trading options. So this is like an extremely volatile options forward portfolio. All right. Now, on to the update. That's the stock update, or state of the portfolio update. What positions I have. Mainly right now I have a bunch of Nvidia calls. My heaviest position in this is this 127 expiring next January. I have 10 of these, and then another big position is these SPY leaps that I have, and then there's like a one-off down here. So the core of my portfolio is mainly just Nvidia calls and SPY calls. Now, for the Nvidia calls, I'm still kind of waiting for the May 28th earnings call to see if the stock goes higher to the 140, 150 level, and I might sell a little bit of it right before earnings to take some money off the table. But hopefully, I'm trying to catch that big wave up to the 150, 165 level. I'm extremely bullish on Nvidia, and I will continue to be bullish. So we had a downtrend here. It's a little bit of a consolidation here. I'm thinking it's going to go higher. Same thing with SPY. I might be selling a bit of SPY, these SPY calls, because the market is getting a bit toppy. So I might be selling some of these SPY calls off to secure some cash to buy more dips later. And those two are the two main plays. Now I do have some other speculative plays, like United Healthcare. I got some put spreads running here. These should net me somewhere around 50% on a return on capital, and expires in July. Am I personally a big fan of United Healthcare? I do use them. I don't really think anyone really likes health insurance that much, and paying into it with all the premiums, and then you gotta freaking pay your deductibles and shit. But the system, it is what it is, and the inertia, and they're like a huge, probably the biggest player in that healthcare field. Not healthcare, health insurance field. So the thoughts of them just dropping 50%, for me personally, that deal was too good to pass up. So yeah, just looking at like the moving averages and stuff, I think it might snap back to 300 anytime soon. So I did do a small play, roughly less than 10% of my portfolio is in United Healthcare right now. Yeah. And another play that I have is kind of like around less than 10% of my portfolio would be Walmart. I don't really know why I did that, but
start stretch routine.
Gotta go stretch. um I don't know. I just see like if we go into a recession, Walmart's like a very defensive posture, and everyone still needs Walmart no matter what happens, tariffs, whatever. People will still be buying their groceries. People will still be buying their clothes and toys and whatnot. And Walmart's like a necessity. It's probably I'll rank Walmart like grocery section. People gotta eat. If you don't eat, you die in 3 days. If you don't pay your rent, you can still live there for a few months. So Walmart's like a very high on the Glasgow necessities pyramid or whatever. Food is very high up there. And then another play, less than 10% I have, is this Apple 230 call. I'll drop a video later, but Apple, India, huge market opportunities. Especially with India having like 1.2 billion people, and they're all like increasing their earnings, and as like more discretionary income becomes available, they're going to want phones. Now, I believe India, Android versus iOS. So I believe India is primarily a Android dominated market, and so iOS has a lot of room to take market share from 1.2 billion people who are gonna have this discretionary income over the next decade or two. So this, I'm not thinking that far out. I'm just thinking, like next year. So, Apple's getting punched down. Good time to buy Apple. No one's gonna stop buying iPhones. They're gonna keep buying iPhones. So why not just buy some Apple? Now I do have some shares that I hold here. How do I change this? Nope, can't change it. Still getting used to Robinhood desktop, so please forgive me. I do have some shares, more Nvidia, Amazon. Very interesting play. I kind of just like keeping that there. I bought it last year, and I'm kind of just waiting till August or September to sell it, so I don't get hit with the taxes. I'm slowly accumulating some SPY. Here's my one token share of United Healthcare, so that I can show my friends that I timed the dip. Texas Roadhouse and Eat, which owns Chili's. I went to Texas Roadhouse a month back, and that place was packed on a Sunday afternoon. Like, I used to work in the restaurant industry. Sunday afternoons, slow as fuck. But this place was packed. I had to wait like 45 minutes to get in. So they have something. I think with economy, doing a slowing down and stuff, people have less money to spend. And all of their prices were pretty damn fair. Like, Texas Roadhouse, you go there with your friends, you have a good meal, and then like a whole meal is like 60, 70 bucks, like 100, less than 100 bucks. You get a pretty solid meal for like 3-4 people for less than 100 bucks. Throw in some drinks, you're having a good time for relatively, cheap prices. Chili's, same idea. I heard, that Chili's was doing awesome stuff. Probably beating Applebee's. I don't really like Applebee's that much, but Chili's is like, reuniting with a customer and stuff. CoreWeave, I bought my one token share at 40 bucks during the IPO. Then it dipped to like 30 something. I could show you this. It's like such a one share. I bought it like right 40 bucks. Bought it right here. It ran up the next day. Then it like freaking plummeted to 35 bucks. I never sold because I don't know. I like CoreWeave. I guess it's kind of like collecting Pokemon cards. You don't really sell them until much later. Then you can flex on people that you got CoreWeave IPO. Do I believe in a company? Kinda. I think they have like a bunch of they're sitting on a bunch of Gen 1 GPUs from Nvidia. So I see some kind of synergy, like Nvidia maybe offloading like maybe the H20 Chinese chips to them if they like don't have like anywhere else to push it. But I see kind of like a synergy between, you know, extra AI capacity, or some small company wants to train their AI and then they can use the CoreWeave. It's only one share, so I didn't really do that much research. So the state of portfolio, we have reached 100K. Hopefully I get to stay up here for a lot longer than 3 days last time I dropped. Yeah, yeah. Hopefully I get to stay up here. Overall, hopefully next video I should be posting that all-time break even on my account. So yeah, that's about it for my portfolio update. So until next time, fellas.